let's just call it Eric's Spooky Game.
Hey there, it's the Machine of Nonsense, episode 49. That's right, we're celebrating an important episode. Everyone says once you get to 49, it's all downhill, uphill. I don't exactly. That phrase has always confused me. Downhill, yeah, it's always downhill from there.
Next is over the hill.
It's all plateaus from here.
After 49, you're just.
I don't like
there.
this mindset. It's uphill. We're still
We're still trucking up that hill.
That's right.
Downhill could be breezy, you know. It's
That's what I'm
fun
saying,
going
yeah.
downhill. You just
Yeah,
roll
we're Tour de
down them
France
hills,
shit right now.
Yeah.
yelling.
What's funny is I was just looking at like old Facebook like timeline stuff, and I think like 3 days ago was our hashtag rollies when we were at the Rock and Roll. Hall
Oh
of Fame.
man,
Yeah,
It's like we're pretty good at going downhill, guys.
yeah. Fun times.
this intro went downhill. I'm your host, Eric, joined as always by Kayla.
Hey.
We got Tomas,
How's it going?
Aaron,
Hello.
and rounding out the five is Mike.
That intro kicked ass.
Solid intro.
Please.
All downhill from here or
There it is.
uphill. One or the other. So, this is episode 49, and we are doing our most anticipated episode. So, what this is, it's a breakdown of what we're anticipating the rest of 2021 and a couple things going into the new year of 2022. It's already well into quarter four. We're into October. Spooky season is upon us. So there's still some things left the rest of the year coming out. We're going to talk about them. And then we're going to get into what we're looking forward to into 2022. And after that, I've got a spooky game.
Ooh.
You remember games, folks, out there? We used to play games on this podcast, and then the bracket of nonsense happened. We're back to games. We're going to do that. So, guys,
20 podcasts.
it's been a while since we played a game. We'll get on that. But let's start. We'll start off with Tomas.
Like what have I been doing, or what am I looking forward to?
You know what? We should probably get to what you've been doing. You're right.
Alright. Well, as of last night, I've been playing Metroid Dread, which is very fun so far. I mean, mind you, I've only played for like 20 minutes, but
It hooked you. 20 minutes. You
Oh,
can
yeah.
kind of.
I love Metroid. It's such a near and dear series to my heart. I just like that. It is, we hear the term Metroidvania a lot, and I just like exploring. I like having a
The
little
best
free rein.
genre. Of
Yeah, I
game.
have having the free reign to kind of just explore, kind of getting spoon fed little upgrades here and there, and then like, oh yeah, I couldn't open that door like 5 minutes ago. Maybe I should go back there and check that out.
I've never played any of the Metroid games.
This one's pretty good so far. It's a 2D side scroller one. I mean, there's elements of 3D. I don't know if any of you guys ever played like the remake of 2 that they made for the 3DS.
I didn't.
It seems like they use like the same kind of engine for like combat and stuff like that, which is pretty.
Yeah, there's
cool.
like a counter system.
Yeah.
Now, right? Yeah.
Yeah, well, there was in the Part 2 remake. So
How important was it in that one? In return,
not terribly. You don't need it to beat the game. You don't got to be great, but if you do nail it like on bosses, it helps out a lot. But it's not to say
I
that
hate
like
counter systems.
yeah,
hate 'em.
this one's got a lot of
They're good,
gifts to
though.
it. From
From Software is real angry at you, Nelson, for saying that.
Right. Assassin's Creed is just pissed. It's the whole game.
I will say Wind Waker and Assassin's Creed 2 are the two exceptions to
Okay.
native system.
But yeah, that's pretty much been well. And before that, I was playing Castlevania, GBA or trilogy or whatever the fuck it's called, re-releases, which is always fun. Nice, been very Metroidvania kind of mood lately. Then I played the remake of ActRaiser for a little bit too, and that's just kind of like I just switch between the three of those, like whenever I'm just done
Did
with my
you-
day.
Did you ever play Hollow Knight, Tomas?
Yeah, I got Hollow Knight. That was the first game I bought for my Switch. So
That's like my
Solid decision. Solid decision.
that's
Yeah,
like my intro to. I mean, I know you said Metroid. What's the style?
Metroidvania.
Metroidvania.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, if you like that game, you'll probably be a big fan of the Metroid series. So
Yeah, I'm excited.
but that's
You
the
guys started
game.
with the best one with Hollow Knight. Like,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you
It-
guys got
I'm
you guys
like,
got
oh,
spoiled.
this is what that is. It's that was my first experience with like a legit one. So
That was kind of
Yeah.
brutal too. That's a high bar to entry difficulty wise. So
Yeah,
I
definitely
played a
one of the tougher
little,
ones.
but Eric completed it. I only like messed around with exploring.
it's fun though.
It is. It
Cynthia
is
Knight's
very
a cakewalk compared to.
Yeah.
one. It was tough.
But-
It was tough on me.
But yeah, as far as like TV and stuff, I've been on a real like Taika binge lately.
Ooh.
We dug through What We Do in the Shadows, my girlfriend and I,
Nice.
and yeah, we just watched a new episode yesterday, and like pretty sure I'm going as Jackie Daytona for Halloween.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
But
does he
That's
have
fun.
the hair? I don't know what the characters' names
it's-
are. I can picture them. I know one of them has hair like you, Tomas. Is that the one?
It's Laszlo. He's the guy with the beard. No, it's not Nandor. Nandor's the one with the hair like me. But my girlfriend was
Picturing
like,
it.
I like to have a toothpick in my mouth sometimes, and my
Mm-hmm.
girlfriend's like, she's like, oh, it's like you should go as Jackie Daytona. I'm like, I might get a haircut for that. But then of course we finished up Res Dogs, and yeah, and then I've just kind of been binge watching King of the Hill.
Did you like Reservation Dogs?
I enjoyed it. I didn't like how it ended without any kind of like. It was just no finality.
We
But,
haven't watched it, but I would like to. Is it
but
funny?
it got. I enjoy it. I enjoy like. It's quirky. It's got its own kind of sense of humor. But yeah, I liked it a lot. I thought it was cute and charming. With a good amount of comedy shoved in there, and you learn a lot about a culture that's like not really been explored too much in popular media. So there's like this there's this reservation cop like on the res that I really enjoy.
Yeah.
He calls energy drink white man bullets. And that was like one of my favorite things I ever heard in my life.
He was in a season of Fargo that I really enjoyed.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I enjoyed his character a lot. I enjoyed all the characters though.
Cool. I'll check it out.
Yeah, I would. It's only 8 episodes. It's been renewed for second season. So, but and as far as movies and stuff, we just kind of been digging through back catalog. I think we watched. Oh yeah, the Do the Right Thing is on Netflix now. So I made my
Oh.
girlfriend watch that.
Nice.
And she enjoyed it.
Nice.
Well, Aaron, did you do the right thing and enjoy God of War?
I'm actually playing it on. So I finished it, and then when I finished it, I'm like 5 achievements from 100%ing it. So I'm just playing New Game Plus until I finish all those.
Nice.
So I not just do that.
That Flatty.
So I'm gonna do that. I will say playing the game on Plus is so much better because my problem is for the first half of that game, the combat's not fun until you have all the abilities.
You're right.
So like for the first half of that game, it's just like, okay, I'm gonna do the same thing over and over and over again for every enemy. But once you get the abilities and you can switch it up, it's fun. So playing it on Plus when you have all of them is amazing. So I'm doing that, and then once I finish that, I'm gonna play Life is Strange, the True
That new one?
Colors.
Yeah.
Oh,
Heard good things.
good things.
I'm a little off put that I can't buy it in episodes. I have to buy the whole game, but you know.
Oh, I hate that episode shit.
Episodic release, not my
Um,
jam. So we're past the telltale days.
Guys, we release in episodes. Just
Right.
so you know.
We should do an entire year's worth.
I wish we would record for a full day.
I just wanted to make one more plug. Mike, you got me hooked on the rewatchables.
Oh my God.
yeah,
I've been listening
The
to
best
the
podcast.
fuck out of that podcast.
Oh.
It's really good. Yeah.
Aaron,
That's all.
listen
Man,
to the
leave it-
rewatchables.
So good.
I listen to so many podcasts.
There's one really
Yeah,
good.
I feel you.
Like my episodes build up faster than I can listen to them, especially since I'm not commuting to work anymore. When I commuted to work, I could listen to a couple episodes a day, but now it's like every day is like, oh, there's another episode of this and this, because I listen to like a horror podcast and then some
Ooh.
gaming ones, and then I watch like movie ones and cooking ones. Obviously, true crime because that's my life.
Nice.
Then also I just finished Squid Games, which I was talking about last night with Mike. It
Woo!
was pretty cool.
Games.
I mean, I know like a lot of people are posting like that stuff about how there should be a lower barrier to talent getting known because the writer had to write this for 10 years. I wouldn't say it was amazingly written, but it was a good show. It's very similar to just like the Hunger Games and then a Japanese show I was telling Mike about called Alice in Borderland.
Ooh.
But
Yeah.
that's what I've been doing.
Is that the Alice in Wonderland Borderlands crossover we've all been asking for?
Honestly,
I also thought
it was
that
good.
when
Yeah. When I saw it, I'm like, yeah, that's probably what it is, right? It literally like they just wanted to play on a name. Like it's got nothing to do with either of those things. There's like, oh yeah, like the main character's not even a girl. Like it's got nothing to do with Alice in Wonderland or Borderland stuff.
Call that
It's just a really good show.
Just getting that SEO, going. I get it. I get their game. Good for them. Kayla, what did you think of Alan Wake Remastered? We just finished that one.
Oh wow, you guys plowed through that already?
Oh yeah, we murdered it.
wow,
I liked
What's up?
it. I liked it. It's spooky. It's in chapters, episodic, kind of. Which I
is.
like the recaps that they did.
oh yeah,
I enjoyed it a lot. I didn't play it myself at all. I just watched Eric play. It was interesting. I liked what they did with it. I expected it because I played Control first, and Eric kept telling me like, "Oh yeah, it's part of Alan Wake." So I expected to kind of feel that connection more. It's there. I get it, but I didn't realize how kind of different they were.
So we never played the Alan Wake DLC for Control, but we watched a video this morning, and
I'm more confused.
so
oh wow.
More confused.
so they went some fucking places. I don't know if we want to do any spoilers, but I'm itching to like discuss it. I don't know. It's fucking wild. But maybe on a different cast. But I like the
Maybe we'll watch
decision that they
the longer Alan Wake YouTube or playthrough or something. Something.
Yeah,
a
it's
little
like
more detailed.
it's like only like a 4-hour DLC.
Okay.
We watched like a supercut of like the
Cutscene.
cinematics and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, and
It was trippy.
yeah, it's wild. But just like there's a concept that they introduce that connects the two worlds in a real interesting way. Interesting for me at least. But
Okay.
Cool.
I was really pleasantly surprised with Alan Wake. I liked it when I played it 11 years ago or
I was
whatever.
about to say, that game came out forever ago.
Yeah.
It
Wow.
looks really good, like remastered playing on the Series X. That game played a lot with lighting I mean that's the big theme, and I think they did really well to like keep that looking good, like the shadows, and you're constantly like following lights and stuff. Like that's kind of always the direction you want to go, is kind of towards the light and stuff. So, and they did really well with that, like from a visual standpoint. I would say it doesn't do atmosphere, like a horror atmosphere, as well as like even definitely not like Silent Hill and Resident Evil. Like the music, the tense like atmosphere of those games where you're like constantly like afraid of what's around the corner. Alan Wake doesn't quite hit that.
Oh, really? Because I remember it being that way. I remember like constantly like, okay, I want to save my shotgun for this type of situation. I felt like I was always kind of running out of supplies. And
You always lose your shit and start over.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the
It doesn't
major
matter.
tension
that's every one of those.
the major tension for me, like the combat, was kind of the scary part. The
Yeah,
action sequences and stuff. running, like going from place to place and being in the world wasn't really that tense. Because a lot of times,
Kinda
like Alan's,
campy.
yeah, it's a little campy. Alan's talking to himself a lot. He's got that inner monologue going on. But when
Barry.
yeah, Barry, right. Yeah. So there's a good mix of like, it's kind of funny, it's kind of campy, whatever. But once like there's a lot of like tension, like jump scares, but not like intentional jump scares. The enemy AI is really like pretty smart. They do a lot of like juking and getting
Yeah.
around you and attacking from your
Continuity.
back and stuff.
Right.
Blending
So
in with bushes.
Yeah.
Coming out when
yes.
you're right there.
Right. So that kind of stuff is where like the scary
Yeah.
came in for me, as opposed to in Silent Hill or even a Resident Evil game, even like the current, like more recent, more actiony ones. Like the music was scary. The dark corridors, you know, that kind of thing, the creaking and stuff like that. That wasn't really there in Alan Wake, but it was like the action sequences were
Yeah.
tense and scary. So
Yeah, and
But-
Alan Wake's kind of like a asshole. I don't like him. Seems like a dick.
Not a likable character.
He's
Well,
not.
Remedy was trying to mix like a Twin Peaks mixed with traditional horror kind of thing, and it does. I remember it like not mixing super well at times, but
And it definitely felt like they were like pushing hard for like, oh yeah, we're gonna in a couple years have an Alan Wake 2. Like it felt like it left a lot of like strings hanging and
A
stuff.
lot of things open.
Yeah, and that it never like resolved. And I don't even think like the Control DLC at this point fully has resolved. Like it's still like, yep, well, Alan Wake 2 still needs to happen because there's a lot of stuff we don't
Some
quite know.
gaps.
do you remember that
Remember
sequel,
that?
that semi-sequel? It was like a only
American
downloadable.
Nightmare, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I never touched it, never played it.
Played a
I
demo
don't-
for it. And it
I
was
don't
bad.
think it's canon. I feel like it's
Oh.
like they've kind of like retroactively said that, yeah, it's just a side thing. It's not like actually
That
canon.
makes sense.
Yeah. Are there any canons in Squid Game? Aaron mentioned Squid Game, and I know Mike, you're a big proponent as well, right? You've been plowing through
Yeah,
that.
I really like Squid Game.
Okay.
A lot of fun.
I agree with Aaron that the script and the dialogue probably is lifted by the performance of these actors. There's a lot of just emotional moments that pay off in this series. Through it's the premise is like in Korea, like around 450 people who are down and out, like owe a lot of debt, whatever, are offered to join a game to win a lot of money, and then they find out that
if you lose, you
losing the
die.
game means losing your life, and
Battle Royale.
and then it goes on. You have to compete in 6 games, and whoever is last man standing basically will win the pot. And really well done, really great series. From just outfit, that kind of stuff. Just the whole look, the sets that have been built for these games are really cool. Great show. Watched Leon the Professional.
Oh,
Leon.
me and Kayla were just talking about that. That's funny.
Luc Besson joint. That was cool.
Cool.
Still, it's no Fifth Element, but what is?
The Fifth Element is.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Great movie. And man, still finished What If, Marvel's What If.
Yeah, we did too.
Enjoyed it a lot.
paid
After I
off.
was it was kind of a roller coastery start for me, but I really liked how that ended. Started Sable on Xbox One. Makes me really want to upgrade my Xbox because it runs like ass. Like just Man, not even liquid ass, you know? There's no
Ooh.
fluidity at all.
Wow.
It's straight boulder ass, just fucking roll.
Wow.
Oh man.
Which
Playing
is
spreading
unfortunate because the game seems really cool. Like it's kind of like a Breath of the Wild uh, style, but without the combat. It's just exploration.
Hmm.
You play as a young girl who's kind of you're a part of this village who you all wear masks. You're like a nomadic type tribe, and once you reach a certain age, you get like a Rumspringa type thing where you get a year to go out
Oh.
and do whatever, like figure out who you want to be. Do you want to stay in the tribe? Do you want to, I don't know, do you want to be a carpenter? Do you want to, whatever you want to like, and you're just kind of going through the world. You have like a speeder bike similar to like what Ray has in The Force Awakens. The beginning of the game so far seems like it reminded me a lot of just Ray exploring ruins and destroyed
fun.
ships and stuff like that. Uh, and you're just going through. You're collecting masks. These masks might give you buffs or certain things and stuff like that. And yeah, it seems really cool.
So that's what we've been doing. Let's get into what we're going to be doing. Our most anticipated things from the rest of the year. Aaron, how about you start us off?
All right. For a TV show, weirdly, I picked Hawkeye because even though I searched like movies coming out this year, next year, I'd say 90% of them are superhero movies, and I'm not pumped about that at all.
Yeah.
But I just recently watched the movie The Edge of 17, and Haley Steinfeld is the main character of that, and she's amazing in that movie. So that actually makes me excited for Hawkeye. So I'm pretty pumped for Hawkeye to come out because
Okay.
that. Game wise, there's really almost nothing I really want to play coming out the rest of this year. The only things I'm sort of excited about is Knights of the Republic's coming to the Switch, so I'm obviously gonna get that.
Horrible.
Not gonna wait for the remake.
I gotta replay this before I play the remake.
Okay, okay.
Got dust
I
off.
don't. That sounds like a daunting.
It's Aaron we're talking about here.
Yeah.
Mr.
probably-
Daunting.
That's what they call me. And then also there's that Sherlock chapter 1 or part 1's coming out, and I know it looks kind of cheesy, but it looks like fun, so I'm gonna
Oh,
get
wow.
that. And then on Halloween, because horror movies are kind of my entire life, the Paranormal Activity reboot comes out. I mean,
No
it's
shit.
a sequel, but it's like rebooting. I think they're gonna restart releasing movies for it. So it's a sequel. It looks a little more produced than the other ones were, but I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, those early Paranormal Activity movies were real cool. I mean, especially the first one, and then
Huge
it got
straight
off the
budget.
rails as with any Halloween. Like
I
whatever.
like them all. They're all pretty good. The only one that's like pretty bad was this the last one that was in the series that was where it switched for them catching they're filming a ghost because all the stories are connected to like the guy's got like a magical video camera, which was kind of the story of the last one. That was really bad, but the rest of them are pretty good.
How about you, Kayla? What you got for the rest of the year?
So, for movies, I have two. The one I'm like most anticipating right now, we already talked about on this podcast, is The Last Duel. I know it comes out later this month, so it's not quite the rest of the year, but I'm super pumped for it. I'm excited. I want to see more Adam Driver, more Matt Damon, more Ben Affleck. So it looks really interesting to me. My second movie is Spider-Man: No Way Home.
Odor Man.
Yeah. For shows, I put The Witcher.
Oh, yeah.
Love the game, love the books, love the first season. So I'm excited for that. And then for games, I had a tough time with games looking at lots of lists, I was like, man, I mean, like, I'll play those games, but I'm not exactly, like, pumped for them. So at first I was thinking I'd pick Halo as my game that I'm most excited for, but I'm not going to play I'm not going to play multiplayer Halo, and that's what comes out in this year, right?
Well, the
It's just-
co-op campaign doesn't come out till early next year. So you can play the campaign, but the co-op campaign doesn't come till like spring
This
of
is what
20.
Eric and I would play.
I thought of you guys when that happened, when they announced that.
It's rough.
Bummer.
That'll
So
give us time to like pick up, the other ones. We're still
I
powering
think
through
we
those.
need to
Oh yeah,
start
there
back
you
up
go.
at 3.
Yeah.
Oh man,
but
you got
so-
a little bit. You got a little bit.
Yeah,
there.
but so I just put Metroid Dread as my most anticipated game for the rest of the year, and maybe we'll start playing it this weekend.
Yeah.
Came
That
out
might start as early
yesterday.
as today.
Yeah.
Came out yesterday.
Oh,
That's
man,
the one
that's
I'm most
exciting.
excited to play out of the
First
list.
Metroid. Wow.
Yeah, that's popping the cherry pretty strong there.
I
Yeah,
have
they
faith
always
in
say your
Eric.
first
He'll do
Metroid's
fine.
your best, right?
You never forget it.
No,
Oh, yeah.
no, that's not true.
Oh boy. How about you, Mike? What you anticipating?
I have this. Aaron and I shared the same TV series, Hawkeye. The trailer dropped for that a few weeks ago, and just Steinfeld and Renner together. Yeah, I'm sold.
It looks fun. Looks like a Christmas thing. It looks awesome.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah, the
It's
trailer
perfect to
definitely
get you
pumped
in
me up.
ready for the season. So, yeah.
Nice.
For movies, I have that new Ghostbusters movie.
I forgot about that. I'm pretty excited about that.
That just looks fun and good. Like to me, like everything so far, it seems like a perfect way to get the kids introduced to Ghostbusters. I've been kind of like iffy whether they'll like or if it's inappropriate. The first Ghostbusters.
It is inappropriate for kids.
Yeah, it's like the blowjob scene.
Oh yeah, God.
He talks to women. Yeah, it's not. It doesn't age well.
Nah.
Right.
Not a lot of movies from that
so
era do.
This, Stranger Things is good, and I think things can be better than Stranger Things. So keep trying to do that. So
Yeah.
maybe this will.
Maybe he's a different kid, but
Yeah, Finn Wolfhard is getting
he's got a niche,
really
man.
typecast here. It
Yeah.
seems.
Yeah.
Which I don't really care.
I don't either. It's just funny. I don't mind him.
Yeah,
Good Lord.
if he's just gonna be like the Michael Cera, whatever of this.
Era.
That's an offense. That's offensive to Michael Cera. But
It is.
I'm also I'm excited for that GTA trilogy that got announced. It's supposed to be coming out this year.
Sounds like someone got case of the Spose does.
But they said soon, like it said soon, like within like the coming months. I want to see what they do to those games. The 20th anniversary for GTA 3 is coming up. One of the most important games ever, whether you like it or not. It's just games weren't the same after that. And yeah, I would like to see Vice City and San Andreas with a fresh coat of paint somehow.
Yeah.
That would be really cool. I want to hear those soundtracks again. I want to just ride a mountain bike off the tallest mountain in San Andreas and see if I can land it.
Mike's just gonna drive for hours, just flipping through radio stations.
I devoted a lot of time to all three of those games. They were what mattered to me. Like at that, like those were always the most anticipated.
Like that Metal Gear Solid 2.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 10.
Oh man, speak my language.
And just another movie to mention: The Beatles Get Back. Peter Jackson's Beatles documentary. It was supposed to be just a mini series, but now it's just one 4-hour long. Or no, it got switched from a movie. Do I have it backwards? Now it's miniseries, I think.
I think so. Yeah, Peter Jackson, can never make something in a tight 3 hours or anything.
Extended cut.
Super pumped for that. That's on Disney Plus. So I think it comes out in November.
Cool.
Get back.
Baby.
Yeah.
Get
So
back.
Mike, you stole my movie. I was gonna go Ghostbusters Afterlife, and I was gonna say all the same things. Like it looks like Stranger Things, but like with the Ghostbusters kind of IP, and those are two things that I really love. So that's great.
Nobody better to bring wholesomeness to Ghostbusters than Paul Rudd. So
Yeah.
But I'll start off with so video games is kind of rough the rest of the year. I think you guys kind of mentioned it. There's not a ton, but I have really high hopes for that Guardians of the Galaxy game. I'm really excited. They're my favorite part of like the MCU, the Guardians movies. And if it's just that with like, I feel like the bar for me is set really low. Like if it's they crib on the humor from those movies. I've seen they released the soundtrack, fun soundtrack for that game, and the trailers that I've seen, they kind of expand the universe, the locations that you're going and stuff. Like the Guardians are it's all set in space and they're planet hopping and everything else, and
Guardian of the Galaxy.
And there's so much weird stuff. I know, like, I have never checked out the comics, but I know, like, the Guardians stuff gets really weird, and they've touched on it in the MCU, and it looks like they're leaning into that a little bit. Like, from the trailers, it looks like they're going to go to kind of some weird places, meet some very interesting, like, alien races and beings and stuff like that. And if the combat is just fine, like, if it feels okay, and the story is just okay, but they like nail the humor and the music cues and stuff, I think it'll be great. And it looks really good too. Like just from a strict visual standpoint, I feel like it looks like it's going to look visually appealing, color wise and everything. So that's mine, Guardians of the Galaxy. But I think I'm an easy mark for that one.
Yeah.
I'm growing. Hey man, I know what I am. I'm growing my anticipation for Cowboy Bebop. I think out of a lot of people, I'm a little lukewarm on the original Cowboy Bebop. I'm just not an anime guy. I thought it was fine. I liked it, but didn't ever love it. It doesn't hold the same like place as like Dragon Ball Z at that time. I was watching, a lot of like Dragon Ball Z at that time, and Cowboy Bebop just kind of missed me for the most part. But I'm kind of excited for this series. Like it looks cool. Just they haven't shown a ton, but I like the actors they've chose. I like the like characterization they've done, and it's a cool universe. Like it's a universe I want to see. So if like Netflix is throwing some money behind that and like going to do it, do it well and get to explore that universe and those characters, I'm into it. They also said that it's like an expansion of the story. It's not just like a beat for beat, like, oh, we're remaking the anime or whatever. Like, so I think there's potential there. I'm kind of excited for that, more so than I think I was when it was announced or anything like that, or, just not a big part of that going into it. Movies is pretty stacked in my opinion. The rest of the year, real excited. I just stumbled over The Harder They Fall. This looks super fun. So it's Jonathan Majors and Idris Elba are cowboys in the Old West, and they are rivals in some way, shape, or form. It looks like Idris Elba is like a real bad outlaw, and Jonathan Majors is maybe like a vigilante, something like that. Your typical cowboy story, but like it looks like it's just like a a hip hop cowboy story, basically. Looks like there's just like no white people whatsoever in the cast. I was just gonna say, like, I am loving Idris Elba. I just rewatched, or I just watched The Wire for the first time. I'm 3 seasons deep, and he's amazing. So, like, I was telling Mike the other day, I've just got season tickets for anything he does at this point.
Did you watch Luther?
No, me and Mike were talking about that a little bit. I haven't seen it.
First season of Luther is amazing. It's kind of one of those shows where it ends up jumping the shark with every episode after that. But the first season's amazing of Luther, and it's all just him pretty much. So
Yeah, see,
wanna
I went
check it
into
out.
The Wire not even knowing Idris Elba was in that show. I had heard everything about Michael K. Williams, like, oh, Omar from The Wire, and he's good. He's really, really good. But like, Idris Elba's kind of what pushes that show forward. And I think he's fantastic. So The Harder They Fall looks really, really cool. You got Zazie Beetz, Lakeith Stanfield, Delroy Lindo, Regina King. Like, it's a murderer's row, and it's a cool it's got a lot of like Tarantino feel to it. It looks like it's over the top, bloody, violent,
Yeah. Even the
dialogue.
trailer, I was like, damn, that was a lot of blood splatter.
Yeah,
And after
so
Suicide
You go
Squad,
paint.
that's just a lot for Idris there, man. This is blood season for him.
I'm into it, man.
Yeah.
I'm super into it, and I want to also shout out Don't Look Up, coming to Netflix in Christmas Eve, December 24th. So that's Leo DiCaprio for
Everybody.
those who don't know who I'm
The
talking about.
OG.
Jennifer Lawrence, Jonah Hill, Timothy Chalamet, Ariana Grande as well. Several other, I think Meryl Streep's also in it as well.
Some interesting who's who.
What
it's
is
a
it?
great cast. So Don't Look Up is Leo and Jennifer Lawrence are I think they're scientists or something, and they're trying to convince the general public that a giant meteor is going to destroy the planet. It is. Like they figured
Ooh.
it out, and no one kind of believes them.
Oh my
Streep is the
god.
president.
Yeah, Jonah Hill looks like he's like the president. He's like, we have natural disasters all the time. It will be fine. You know, it's whatever. It's a new natural disaster every day.
Wait, is Meryl Streep the president or Jonah Hill?
A satire.
Oh, you might be
I need
right. It
to
might be
know.
Meryl Streep is the president.
it's
Jonah
Meryl
Hill's
Streep.
like her political advisor,
Something, yeah.
or vice
Should've got
president or
roasted.
something. It just looks great. It's from Adam McKay from like Step Brothers and Vice, and God, I mean, he's done a million
Anchorman.
things. Yeah, Anchorman.
Have we checked the science on meteors? Have we really dug into the facts?
I'll do
You
my
know,
research. Tomas.
yeah.
Do
I'll
my
get
own
on
research.
Facebook right now.
Not watching this movie.
make
Mike, you're gonna
sure.
do your own research.
Tomas, what have you been researching?
I mean, a lot of the stuff's already been said. Like, as far as movies, God, I don't know. The only thing, I've always been a big Spider-Man fan, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. It'll probably be my first foray into an actual movie theater, like since the whole pandemic thing. Let's see, games. For me, you know, it's like I'm the Pokemon guy. It's like hard. Mike and I were talking. Mike and I were talking before the podcast about video game purchases and stuff. I was like, yeah, Nintendo's pretty much got me by the balls up until like, the first quarter of next year. So, yeah, I'm definitely gonna try the remakes. I'm excited about that. And another thing, it was kind of a little oddball, but apparently they're bringing Nintendo 64 and Genesis games to the Switch's like virtual console thing. So
How much do you
I don't
think
know.
that
I'm just curious to
costs?
see what the. I don't know. I mean, I just assumed they were going to tack it on to the fee,
No.
or is it going to be something extra?
It's going to be
I
an
don't know.
extra
Well,
subscription fee.
I'll check
to
it
get
out.
those.
Do it for a
But
month. If
The
I don't
Switch
like it,
Online stuff is so cheap. Even if they added even if they doubled the price, what's the price now? Like $2 a month or some shit? Like,
it's really cheap.
I don't
Hey,
even know
yearly,
that
I
it's
think.
worth. the cost it has now. I think they need to add more value to that.
They do. They don't
mod.
upgrade it enough. That's why I'm kind of excited to see what they add with that. Then like the Super Nintendo and the Nintendo one, they add like weird esoteric like games that
Real
like
trash.
yeah,
The
like Hot
Nintendo.
Garbo for the Super
It's like
Nintendo,
the
definitely.
best of the best and the worst game. Like
The
there's no middle ground.
worst. Yeah, they came
on
out
the
swinging
Nintendo.
real hard on the fences like at the beginning. But if you give me like, but you know, it's like I don't know. If it's cheap, I'll probably look into it. But yeah, the Pokemon remakes are pretty much the only thing like for the rest of this year that I'm really looking forward to. I don't really got anything like new console hardware other than my Switch. So, but as far as shows, Eric, I'm on the same boat with you. I'm with Cowboy Bebop. I don't know what to expect, but I'm trying to go in with a positive attitude. Just curious to see what they do with it. And then, yeah, and movies. I said Spider-Man. I don't know. I don't really keep up with movies too much. Like honestly, you guys are the ones who keep me up with like the monthly like things. If something piques my curiosity on one of you guys, say about it. I normally check it out, but otherwise, what with the pandemic and everything, I honestly haven't really been super interested in movie releases for like the past year and a half.
Been a rough couple 1 to 2 years for movies, in my opinion.
Yeah, like
But it
nothing's
seems like
really
we're finally cresting over.
crawling out of it. Yeah.
Did you guys see the Resident Evil trailer?
Yeah.
I saw Eric's little post of it.
What did you think of that, Aaron?
I think like they tried to make a lot of shots look exactly like the beginning of the first game, and then they're using that to shoehorn in weird shit about Claire Redfield. And was that weird guy with the buck teeth supposed to be Chris? Like I don't know what that was. Like it seemed like weird. It seemed like they're trying to draw people in with shot for shot of the opening scene of Resident Evil 1, and then changing stuff after that.
I hope this isn't Christmas
It's 1 and 2 simultaneously, which is cool. I think that part's kind of cool, but yeah, it was weird seeing. I don't know. There was just something weird about.
I think it's actually 1 and 2 and Code Veronica X simultaneously. Because
oh my god!
At one point in the trailer,
Two places at once.
At one point in the trailer, she's like a hand is looking through like documents on a page, and Kayla notices this. Like the top document says like the twins, which is like the major plot point of Code Veronica. So
it's like the other organization that was trying to create Zambos and shit.
Yeah. And I mean, Code Veronica also is all about Claire kind of like trying to figure out like the conspiracy of Umbrella and stuff. Like she's already in it at that point. Like she kind of knows about everything and is trying to uncover things. And that seems to be the main thrust of the trailer as well.
Yeah,
so it definitely seems like it
might be different.
Yeah, it's a Code Veronica 1 and 2 mashup.
Jump skips.
Interesting decision, because they said they were going to try to like stick to the game a little more than, or a lot more than like what they did with the previous Resident Evil movies. But like,
first thing they did was replace Jill with Claire.
Yeah, and it's.
I was wondering. I was looking for my girl,
and
I was also looking for Leon.
Those Mila Jovovich movies kind of did what this movie is looking like it's doing, where they just like shoehorned in like, hey, you've heard of Leon?
He is.
Let's get him in there. You've heard of Claire Redfield? Let's get him in. So it's a little odd decision making. I don't know.
Right.
Is Jill not the woman from Ant-Man 2? Ghost or what is that? Like in the helicopter crash?
I don't know.
I think she might be the Jill stand-in, I guess. I don't know.
That's what I think they're just combining the characters of Jill from the first game and Claire from the second one, and just.
Well, Claire's in there. Like, there's Claire, there's Leon, there's Chris, but Jill is kind of, I don't know.
So I'm saying, I think they're just replacing where Jill would be when you play the first game. They're just you're just playing as Claire now, because it shows her going into the mansion where he's like, let's split up, and that's the exact scene, but with Jill from the first game.
I'm just waiting.
I don't know. It's
Yeah, but
Just
and then they're
Wait for
doing
the
this,
Resident Evil
it's like,
Gaiden adaptation.
right, like the mansion
Or-
layout in that first room is the same. Like him saying "Let's split up" is the same scene. Like even them walking on the first zombie they find, it was the same exact scene where you find the first zombie. And
I thought that was really that was like
Yeah.
the one thing in the trailer where I was like, okay, yeah, they did that. Like the first
Well,
zombie turning around over his shoulder.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
good.
I can see for a sense of like if they're trying to put 1 and 2 together, I can see them eliminating Jill and just making it all Claire because for a clean story perspective, that makes more sense. So if that's the only like
Yeah.
major mess, like it could still go to like a stick to the game kind of thing if that's all they're doing. But
I wonder how many puzzles they have to solve in this
I
movie.
know.
like you have all the crests and the
Right.
if they've got typewriter ribbon to save the game and
If I swear, if this movie isn't at least 20 minutes of somebody pushing a statue like across the square grid, I'm not paying.
This is gonna sound weird, but that was a good looking liquor at the at the
Good
end of the
looking
trailer.
liquor.
Tyrant.
But what
looked
about
like
the trailer, Mike? What about the trailer?
Right.
Well, we'll see that good looking liquor on November 24th.
We
Of
got a
course,
title. We got a
Good looking
Uh,
liquor, babe.
everyone says the best time for horror movies is Thanksgiving. So everyone's always said that.
Yeah, you're gonna
Yeah.
throw the turkey in the oven and fucking
that's when you think you're safe.
Resident Evil. That's when you think you're safe.
Is that everybody's for
Yeah,
this year?
let's-
This is
yeah.
anticipation?
Let's spend just a couple minutes here talking about what's coming out in 2022. Anything in that like first half. I want to cheat early, and I've got an info dump here. Just from Disney Plus. So I was looking at Disney Plus's like rumored slate or what they've kind of said like, hey, this is coming out. I've got a list of like 10 things that are all like tentatively 2022-esque from like the Marvel and Star Wars area for Disney Plus. So you got Ahsoka, Armor Wars, I Am Groot, Ironheart, Miss Marvel, Moon Knight, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Rangers of the New Republic, Secret Invasion, and She-Hulk. So we got a lot. We got a lot coming
Yeah.
from the MCU and Star Wars. And
like-
so far, I mean,
played out.
it's a little play. I felt that way. Like, but I've enjoyed What If.
Good.
For the most part, I enjoyed like WandaVision and Falcon Winter Soldier. I've enjoyed Star Wars Visions. Like, they're not missing for me. Like, Mandalorian. You know, like. It's
Loki's
hit
one of the
for the
best
most
I'm not
Marvel
saying it's
things.
bad. I'm just saying it's like, maybe mix it up a little. you
Oh,
know?
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm extremely tired of Star Wars. I'd be fine if like I wake up tomorrow and they're like, we're done with all Star Wars.
No, I love Star Wars. There's been way more superheroes than there's ever been Star Wars. They've released more superhero movies in 1 year than Star Wars has ever released. But with things like Ironheart, at least they're not sticking to just the every hero that was made in the 60s and has been a financial success. They're at least branching out because Ironheart's a cool little side thing. And so some of those I'm really excited about.
I had never heard of Moon Knight until like
Really?
they said that, oh, Oscar Isaac is going to be Moon Knight. Oh, fuck yeah, sure.
Pretty much just an insane Batman. He's awesome.
Yeah,
Sure.
the Moon Knight, baby.
I like how Marvel's setting up the new class. We're getting Kate Bishop and Hawkeye. Ironheart, like Aaron said, Moon Knight. I'm excited for some of that Marvel stuff. I don't know about the Star Wars stuff.
Star Wars stuff I'm
Yeah.
still pretty excited about. I didn't think I was gonna like the that anthology series that much, but it grew on me when I was watching it, like the rock opera and all that.
Okay.
So I think that they just keep
this
going
makes
that. Yeah. And then I like Ahsoka. Ahsoka was super cool in Mandalorian, and I was pissed that you get one episode of her. So it'd be cool to see a show with her.
Disney knows what they're doing.
Yeah, the long game, I guess.
Yeah,
But-
none of us mentioned it, but Book of Boba Fett comes out the 29th of December, so basically
I want
2022.
Book of Del Vista. Like Eric started to say, that's
Yeah,
the show.
yeah. Yeah. Boba Fett in Vista Del Mar, I think, is
With
Boba
Bob
and
Barb and
Star,
Boba
visit
in Vista Del Mar. Yeah.
the Del Mar.
That's
Yeah.
it, man.
Um,
We're giving away
Bobra.
too much free.
Man,
Free
how many
content.
episode titles are we up to now? It's several.
Good God.
Let's have let's have all of them. Just
right. That Boba Fett thing, like it's kind of cool, but I guess they've got the benefit of, since Boba Fett didn't do shit in the movies he was popular in, like he didn't do anything in the actual Star Wars original trilogy. They can just write whatever they want, and it can't be contradicted by the movies because he never did anything.
There you go.
So I think that's why they're running with the story, because he's so popular and he has no backstory really. So they can do whatever they want.
I would rather have Timothy Oliphant's fucking
Yeah, for sure.
That's the thing
honestly.
that I wish Star Wars did more, is branch out to some different characters. Like,
Yeah.
what I don't want to see any more of is the fucking Skywalkers. Like, I don't need to see any more of them.
Well,
Who's
Good luck
Eric's
with that.
favorite guy from the Nintendo 64 video
Dash
game?
Rendar.
Dash Rendar. There we go. We need more Dash Rendar.
We'll get him. We'll get him
We need-
eventually.
we need Days of Thunder pod racing. Where the fuck is? Put Tom Cruise.
Tom
in a
Cruise in a
pod
pod racer. I would watch that.
But
Boy.
also
Star Wars doesn't do
Obi-Wan.
anything until there's more pod racing.
You need to start
We got
selling
a
these
taste of
ideas.
it in Visions. We got the track in that rock opera one or whatever. And that was it.
Oh, so
Let's move on to
Speaking
video
of
games.
shows, I'll sidetrack this a little bit.
There you go.
But keep us on shows for 2022. I got kind of a long list of shows that are going to
Oh,
be
really?
coming out. I guess it's not long, but we
Long-ish.
mentioned Ahsoka, we mentioned Obi-Wan, but the next season of Barry, I think, is
Yes.
supposed to
Oh,
come out.
Brr.
The next
Love
season
Barry.
of Peaky Blinders maybe
Yeah.
will come
Peaky
out.
Blinders.
I think Peaky Blinders should stop. I think they should stop.
It could have
it's going to be
stopped.
the final season.
This
so.
might be one of those shows where I don't watch the ending and be happy
Yeah.
where it is. I do that with multiple shows.
I feel like the third season I could have stopped with Peaky Blinders. I wish they would stop.
I just enjoy looking at Cillian Murphy. So
Yeah, I mean,
he's a great Tommy Shelby. Do I like where Tommy Shelby is now? Not necessarily, but I'm still maybe gonna watch it. And then also Dead to Me. I think the final season will be
Dead
coming
to
out.
me.
That's what I'm excited for 2022 shows.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Barry was my show. I
love Barry.
Bill Hader and Henry Winkler had a photo like they posted in August that production had started, and fuck yeah, Barry's top tier TV show in my opinion.
You got anything else for 2022, Mike?
TV wise, no, but man, games are really stacked early.
Yeah.
Elden Ring
Yeah.
in February, I believe, or is that January?
January 21st. Yeah.
January, wow, yeah, and Pokemon Arceus that month as well.
That's what I'm excited about.
Yep.
That
And-
that one I have to see the reception on that one first before I would play it. But yeah, Elden Ring, I like From Software games a lot. So.
But at the very least, the real Breath of the Wild 2 will be coming out later on that year too.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild 2, if that can hit the year, that's going to be Mario plus Rabbids, the sequel to that.
Yeah.
Is happening. Love that first one. Can't wait to see how they expand it then in the sequel.
No Metal Slug Tactics, Mike.
I can steal all the yours, man.
I thought Eric would have that on his.
I thought Eric would have Triangle Strategy because it's pretty much just Final Fantasy Tactics.
Oh, I'm super excited for Triangle Strategy. between all those Disney Plus things, I didn't want to take up, too much of your airtime there, guys.
I got one for movies.
Getting Horizon, getting God of War movies or games it's going to be a really great
Yeah.
year.
I was looking at games. I was like, there's too many things to write down. I was like,
Yeah.
If there was one benefit of COVID, it's going to be like this,
fucking
Boom.
just a deluge of content.
yes.
Right. Except for God of War, I think it'd be cool if like they went to an area with like completely different gods that are like so outside their realm, like Native American gods or Egyptian gods. I think that would be really cool, as
That
opposed
would be
to
fun.
gods based on the same exact gods he kind of already knows.
This is going to be the end of the Norse chapter, so
Right. Like they should do like an Assassin's Creed thing. Go around the world, man. Just like
Yeah.
the Asian gods would be cool, and
Hang out with the Aztecs, play some Aztec death ball. You know?
Yeah, it'll be the right time too to kind of end it. Like we had so many like Norse-based Viking games and stuff like that for the
Play out.
last like 5 years, even a lot of like TV shows and movies and stuff like that. So I think it's a decent decision. Like end it with God of War 2 and yeah, if you want to jump into Egypt or whatever, any kind of wild. Yeah. That'd be great.
Yeah.
As far as games go, I'm also excited for Forspoken, I think it was called.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just my little note about games.
Ghostwire Tokyo, finally.
I'm excited for that one.
Yes.
I'm excited for Rune Factory 5.
I don't think I can afford all the games I'm excited for this upcoming year. Like, I'm gonna have to play some and then just wait.
Put them on layaway.
beginning of the year, like I'm gonna have to buy Horizon and then God of War and then Elden Ring looks cool. Like I don't know, that's too much.
It's honestly, it's not even like an affordability thing. It's just time constraints.
I work from home, sir. I play.
I wish. Like
Got
anything.
time.
Silk Song might happen next year. The Hollow Knight sequel. Konami's announced that they're getting back in the ring. Who knows what kind of Metal Gear Silent Hill stuff might just pop up. Castlevania.
Don't tease me,
man.
My
it's gonna be great.
My heart's been hurt. That's like.
Oh, you gotta be excited, man. Gotta be excited.
Yeah. Like Konami and Capcom, we got strained relationships.
Well, anything else for 2022, guys? And anything else standing out?
Jackass Forever.
Yeah.
That's
I really wanted to see that this month, and when it got delayed, I was upset.
I love those movies.
Definitely want to experience that one in the theater.
Yeah, that's just one of those ones. I've never had a bad experience with any of the Jackass movies, so it knows exactly what it is. It's not trying to.
I think that was supposed to come out on my birthday this year. I think my birthday was supposed to be completely stacked. It was going to be Dune, French Dispatch, One Night in Soho, and Jackass all on the 22nd.
Oh man, so One Night in Soho. What I'm excited for. I'm excited for that movie.
That's the 29th of. They pushed that back to the 29th of October. But yeah, that's gonna be
nothing for Eric's birthday.
Oh, Dune's still on my birthday, so we're good.
You're not friends with Dune on Facebook, bro.
Shout out to Dune.
Shout out to Dune.
You've been playing his favorite video game, Alan Wake. So.
Oh. Well,
we got the Mario movie now.
Oh yeah, Mario. That's a thing.
Mario movie, yeah. What do we
Mario
thinking?
Movie Maker, the game we've all wanted.
The internet is fucking wrong. Of course, they're so fucking pissed off. Like, Chris Pratt is going to do a fine job. Mario does not have a personality at all for from the games.
I do like the Lego movie.
Jurassic World, Lego movie.
Jurassic World's okay. I don't hate it, but it's
okay. Yeah.
It's not his best. It's mediocre.
I think the thing with Chris Pratt is you can like expect a certain level of just like fun. Like he's gonna even if you don't like Jurassic World as like man, those movies kind of jumped the shark or whatever. Like it's still just Chris Pratt being Chris Pratt. Yeah.
He's the voice of Emmett in the Lego movie. If we just get Emmett again,
Yeah.
like
That's exactly what I told Eric
like-
when we saw him announced for it. Like, he's good at that. It should be fine.
It can't be as bad as the live action one.
it's the rest of the cast that really has me excited, though. Like, I think
Yeah.
Chris Pratt, whatever, that's fine.
Backburner.
But Charlie Day is Luigi.
Yeah,
Seth
that's pretty
Rogen
great.
Song, like Jack Black Bowser, Anna
Yeah.
Taylor-Joy. It just makes it. It's like, yeah, okay, give
it's a
me
fun
that.
group of people.
Super
Yeah.
excited for this. So
Yeah, Fred Armisen's there, Keegan Michael Key, right? Like they're just
yes,
Yeah.
Toad, like he's gonna be a great Toad.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what this movie is.
yeah, Cranky
This
Kong. Like Fred
movie.
Armisen's gonna be Cranky Kong. Like, come on, like, it's
I
it's
can't
a
wait to
great
see
cast.
what characters pop up in this. What kind of reference? Like, I'm a sucker for Mario. So if you're gonna announce your markdom as well on this episode, Eric, I will. I am a Nintendo mark, and
Nice.
give me the Mario movie, please.
Hey man, if
You've
you're
been
gonna
waiting for it, bud. This is Mike's movie, damn it.
Oh, so I think we're all anticipating the Mario movie in 2022. Definitely, that'll be
I
a
mean, I'll see it.
that'll be a fun one. That'll be
I'd be-
holiday 2022, right?
They just said 2022, I think, but yeah, that's gonna be
Probably
a
holiday.
Christmas movie. Like,
Oh god, yeah.
Nintendo knows how to make money. They know. They know
I'd
what
be
to do.
happy if they just made Mario a silent protagonist like they did in Super
I
Mario RPG.
wanted that to be the case. I wanted the movie to happen around Mario more
Yeah.
than Mario being like a actual player in it.
Person.
But
So, I mean,
I'm still excited. Still hyped.
So that's holiday 2022. How about we talk about holiday right now and play a spooky game?
Spooky Day. What?
It's spooky season, folks. It's October, and we're getting back to playing games. Let's play Eric's spooky game, otherwise titled as Direct-to-Video Horror Film or Truly Horrible Games on Steam.
Okay, we got it.
Nailed it.
Me.
First take.
Nailed it.
Let's go.
First take, we nailed it.
I love that title. It's fantastic.
So, guys, we are playing a game, and it's
Oh.
going to be an either-or game. So, everything
up
I'm going
Steam
to
right
name
now.
to you, and every game I'm going to name you or every item that I'm going to name to you is going to be either a direct-to-video horror film or a truly horrible horror game on Steam. That is hard to say.
Really
Okay.
horrible horror game.
Yes, on Steam specifically. So, before we start this game, I'm giving you guys a couple of hints. Several of the movies are pornographic,
Oh, nice.
and here are some reviews of the games I've chosen.
Are they pornographic too?
Your time may be better served strolling into the kitchen, finding a suitably nasty cheese grater, and doing unspeakable things to your genital region.
Okay.
I played some pretty crappy horror games on Steam of late, but I'll be a monkey's nutsack if this doesn't take the shit-sprinkled crud cake.
Mm.
I wouldn't play another game by these devs if they paid me to. Well, okay, maybe I would, but $20 is my minimum. So, that's the classic games we got, and
Dumpster
these are
fire.
all direct-to-video horror films. All right,
Nice.
so how this is going to go, I'm going to give 5 items to a contestant. We've got Kayla, we've got Aaron, we got Mike, we got Tomas. And the thing I give you will either be a direct-to-video horror film, or it will be a really bad horror game on Steam. You just have to say which one it is. If you're correct, you get a point. If you're wrong, you don't get a point. We'll tally up the points at the end, and we'll have a winner. Pretty simple, right? All right. How about we start with Mike?
Ooh.
What do you think about Insanitarium?
That's a movie.
That is a direct-to-video movie.
I've seen that movie.
How about
Oh no!
Yeah, I'm watching Aaron's face the whole time. I'm like,
There you go. There you go. Aaron's watched a lot of shitty horror films.
all right, Mike? How about Hot Mars 69?
Mm.
Steam game.
Steam game, he's right. Man, this guy, he knows his bad media.
You gotta mix it up better, Eric.
How about One Way to Die?
Movie.
Oh,
That sounds like a
Steam
game to me.
no.
Like where you gotta find the one way to die in a room or something.
Bad Steam game. All right. Grub Girl.
Movie.
That's a movie.
Oof.
I believe it's a pornographic movie.
Yes, I've never
Whoa.
heard of that one.
She's like a
All right,
Grubhub delivery girl, probably.
Right. She's late, so you got to punish her. I mean, it's
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh boy. All right.
A bad
Said it.
review couldn't suffice.
Here we go. Last one, Mike. Overcast - Walden and the Werewolf.
It's got a hyphen.
That's a game.
Apparently
That's
it's a
some Professor
game.
Layton shit. Yeah.
Apparently it's a game.
Some Professor Layton shit.
All right, folks. Mike set a high bar. He got 4 of these.
Yeah. Wow.
Aaron, you're next. Splatter Farm.
yikes. That sounds like a game.
Oh, that's a
Ooh.
movie.
I don't know.
Missed that
Game
one.
Splatter House, bro.
Well,
How about My Bones?
My bones.
Starring Snoop Dogg.
Remember, some of these
Oh
are
my
pornos.
I don't know. I'm gonna say a game.
You're right. My Bones is on Steam. You can buy it for
Still
like
starring
$2. Okay.
Is that a
How
film?
about- How about Porn of the Dead?
Oh man, I'm gonna say movie.
That's a movie. That's a movie.
Okay, Aaron, put Aaron on the board.
He's gotten 2. He's gotten 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 2 out of 3. Aaron's 2 out of 3 right now.
There we go.
All right. How
Good movie,
about
laughing at my bones?
Shadow - Dead Riot?
That sounds like a movie.
That's a movie. I thought it sounded
Damn.
like a video game.
Damn, bro.
Shadow Man.
And the final one, Crying is Not Enough.
Tuffy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. Stop
That,
crying, Aaron.
I'm
Fair
gonna
enough.
try. Is it a movie?
Video game, Steam
Might be a
game.
game. Yeah.
Hmm.
Damn.
All
I have
right,
to
so we
look
got
up some of these.
Mike with 4, Aaron with 3, Tomas.
All right. Time for me to
boy.
set the bar.
You're gonna
as
be
low as
last because
possible.
Kayla's going next. All right,
Right.
Kayla.
My internal record so far is not good. Just so you guys know, I have not gotten these right.
Oh no.
What do you think of The Final Days, I'm Still Alive?
I'm gonna say that's a movie.
That's a video game.
Damn.
Oh.
Available on Steam. Some of these are free. You know, you guys can be downloading them right now.
Absolutely.
All right.
Horribly
How
horror game.
Many with
about
titties. Steam
several of
school.
these? Yeah, I should have said probably both sides are probably pornographic.
Yeah.
I didn't check the Steam games.
Yeah,
Are they
Okay.
Steam games?
Steamy Steam games.
Mm.
Kayla, Mr. Jingles.
Is that it?
Yep, Mr. Jingles. Mr. Period Jingles.
I'm gonna say that's a movie.
That's a movie.
All right.
Ooh, there we
Yeah.
go. There we go.
There you go.
I knew that one.
Promise you would.
How about The Devil's Tomb?
I'm gonna say that's a game.
It's a movie.
Man.
Is it a sequel and is Tomb spelled TWOB?
God, I wish.
You guys are making horror movies so much.
All right.
You gotta see-
You got 2 more, Kayla. How about Moan?
Okay.
Man, could be either.
Mr. Moan is what
Mr. Moan's straight to
Mr.
video.
Moan
gonna-
meets Mr. Bone.
I'm gonna say it's a movie.
It's a movie. It's a Scream porn parody.
Nice. That's pretty good.
Slapstick moan.
Okay. Last one, Kayla. 123 Slaughter Me Street.
I'm gonna say that's a movie.
Oh, it's a video game.
It's a misdirect. Classic
It
red
is.
herring.
Okay. So we have Mike leading with 4 points, Aaron with 3, Kayla with 2, Tomas. Let's
Time
see.
for me to get one. Let's go.
1-5, man.
Tomas, what do you think of Sand Sharks?
Ooh. Video game?
Movie.
Yeah.
How about
Aaron, you have that on VHS, bro?
It's not that old. I don't think.
Oh my god.
how about Glass Trap?
Movie?
That's a movie.
Yeah, I got one.
I've never heard of that one.
You just throw the other ones away.
All right, here we go. How about Mar War, The Evil Awakens? Now, you might have thought I said Mars War. No,
that's
no.
Mar War.
Mar War, The Evil Awakens.
I'm gonna say that's a video game that was made overseas.
Video game. All right, so Tomas has had 3 now. Okay, 2 more for Tomas. How about Blood Delirium?
Ooh. That can go either way. I'm gonna go video game.
Ooh, that's a movie. That's a movie.
Yeah.
All right, you got
Yeah,
one more
Mike,
here.
we know you got 4.
How about Hell Shooter?
Ooh. Looking at Aaron's face.
I've never heard of Hell Shooter. I don't know.
Ah,
That's a game. Come on.
out of spite, I'm gonna say it's a movie.
Should have went with the champ because that's a game.
Come on. Come on. Fucking game.
All right, Mike, you go to the final round where you have to guess the rest of these to see how many points you can accrue. So you accrued 4 points in the first one. How badly will you beat everyone? I'm going to.
I like this. All right.
Yeah. Here we go.
Okay.
Got a couple more.
I'll run up the score. I'll Patriots this shit.
How about Evil Head?
Evil Head, that is a Evil Dead porn parody.
About giving dome.
Well, someone's seen that one, huh? Because that's right.
Yeah.
All right. How about Fear in Hospital?
Oh man, that's like a Roblox game. Okay, I'll go Steamy.
That's a steamy one. It's a Steam game.
Gosh.
Oh man, he is running up
He's
that
on
score.
fire, baby.
All right. Let's see. Final one. I must kill ellipses, fresh meat.
Game.
That sounds like a game.
Bam. That's a game.
Wow, bro. You only
Man.
missed one.
Tell me that's not a good game.
For real. How do you spell that again?
That is, I must kill ellipses, then a colon, then fresh meat.
Must kill. Ellipses. It's free.
So, Mike scored an impressive 7 points, which is actually the combined score of our other contestants. Everyone,
Woo!
give Mike a round of applause.
Please.
Oh,
Everyone.
Yay. I'm too busy looking at the artwork for this video game.
It's real bad. It's real bad.
I'm fascinated by it.
Oh,
You're like a butcher, dude. It's-
so everyone go on Steam, download all these games, and I'm sure some of these movies are readily available on Pornhub. Okay, folks, that was our spooky game, and that was episode 49 as well. We talked about everything we're anticipating for the rest of the year and going into 2022. We're going to have a lot of fun. The next episode, of course, is episode 50. And to be 100% honest, I haven't thought it through yet. I think we're going to be doing the spooky draft, but don't hold me to
Ooh.
that.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Episode 50 is, a little important, so we should maybe do something important, but we'll figure that all out as we go because it's the machine of nonsense, folks.
Do top scary NES video game draft.
Yeah, specifically.
Mhm.
Specifically.
Everything's just LJN.
But only the ones you can get on the Switch console.
So,
Oh no.
Yeah, so short draft. All right, folks. Episode 49 is a wrap. We killed it. Thank you. Thank you, folks. We enjoyed our game. Hope you did too. As always, I ask you to subscribe to the pod, tell a friend, leave a review, rate us on your podcast app. If you're not really into podcasts and still listening to this, thank you. Go ahead and check us out on social media. Drop us a line. We've got a Facebook fan group. We're also on Twitter and Instagram. Our fan group is called Monstars until they have us take it down. You can also leave us a voice message at anchor.fm/machine of nonsense. We'd love to hear from you, and we will put your voice on this pod. Episode 49 is in the books for Kayla, for Aaron, for Mike, for Tomas, and for Mr. Jingles. I'm your host, Eric. We're saying goodbye.
bye.
Direct-to-video horror film or truly horrible horror
Oh no.
horror game on Steam. I'm gonna do that one again because that was a little tough.
Oh no.
The Book of Boba Bugga.
That's right. We're playing direct-to-video horror film or truly horrible son of a bitch.
Keep that one.
Man,
That's B-roll.
We're gonna do this. All right. I got this.